All right, Pokemon trainers, it's Drew back with another video. And today I have some leaked information that Niantic has already taken away. But too late for us. The data miners grabbed it and we now know what it is. So, different kind of video for you guys today. Trying something new. Let me know if you like it down in the comments. So, let's get this party started. All right, all this information is courtesy of the Pokemon group. They are on X. I would recommend checking them out. They post some really good information about what's coming up in the game as they mine through the code of all of the releases. Things that you're going to hear about, like I already stated, Niantic has taken away. It is no longer out there in the code that the data miners have seen. So, but at least we know what may be coming so that we can now plan better accordingly for it. So let's get started, shall we? So item number one, as I just said, all these assets have been removed, but at least we know what's coming. So we can start planning ahead. Item number one, Cubfu and Urshifu, both forms, have been added. No shiny sprites, but they do have their Dynamax and Gigantamax with shiny sprites. Go figure. So yeah, so they're coming, and I think they're coming sooner than later. I look for these guys to be released in between, possibly, if I had to put a guess on it, Unova Tour and Go Fest is what I would be looking into. You know, I know a lot of this information got taken away, and it seems like a lot for them to throw into the game. But my opinion on it is, you know, this is a big year for Pokemon, 25-year anniversary. I look for them to do this up pretty big and try and get some things in this game that is missing or, you know, wanted to keep this game kind of fresh. So, but we got Cubfu and Urshifu. Like I said, I think that's coming soon. They've got move sets in the background. They've got their Gigantamax, Dynamax in regular forms. You know, I look for them to be coming soon. Here's what they look like, or going to look like in the game. And I think the bottom ones, I don't know why there's two of them, if those are the shiny sprites or not. If they are, they need to send them back to development, because the red one, I can't even tell what's different about it. Number two, we have Meowscarada with a hat. This is something that they reported about. I found it very insignificant because who gives a crap about a Pokemon wearing a hat? But if that's your thing, you go on ahead and start tackling and getting ready for that. So it looks like Meowscarada is going to be getting a hat. And I look for that to be released probably in a Go Fest style situation. Or raid thing. Next up, we have English, the little weird rock looking thing, Wishy-Washy, Thievul, and Nickit. They were added to the game. Everybody's got their proper forms and shiny sprites. AEGISLASH has both forms. And you know, from what I've been hearing about everybody talking in the background, this is going to be the guy that you go after because it's supposed to be the PvP monster, the grunt rocket leader takedown. It's probably going to be your raiding buddy when it comes out. So looking forward to seeing those guys come out. You know, like I said, we just kind of got to stay tuned. And the stuff that's new, you know, it kind of gives you something to look forward to. Some of these, like this information right here, ZACIAN, ZAMAZENTA, and Eternatus have been added. And ZACIAN and ZAMAZENTA are getting a steel typing along with a fairy typing. So that's going to be interesting in this mess. Everybody's got a shiny. And I look for this to be our Go Fest Pokemon that we go after. Because, you know, last year we had what we had at Go Fest, and it's just kind of falling right in line with how Go Fest went last year. So, and then this brings me to one of my favorite new Pokemon that came out with Scarlet and Violet, the Tinkatink, Tinkatuff, and Tinkaton. They have all been added with a shiny sprite. I look for these guys to come in the form of a community day. If it was my opinion, that's how they should do it and do it right. Steel and fairy typing, so something that's going to compete with Mawile. So that's good. You know, it's always good to have those extra typings, and I can tell you, this was one of my in Scarlet and Violet. This was one of my Pokemon that went basically into every gym battle with me, or battle personally. Every time I battled something, this Tinkatuff came with me everywhere. We've gotten all forms of Tauros have been added. Palladian Tauros Combat Breed, Palladian Tauros Blaze Breed, and Aqua Breed. They just have 3D models, no sprites yet, but at least that's a move in the direction. I would say the stuff with the 3D models at this point, I would assume will come towards the end of the year, late summer, early fall. Who knows? Could be even something that comes into later this time next year, but at least it's coming. I can tell you that Combat Breed Tauros will take on I believe a fighting typing. Blaze, fire, aqua, water, obviously. So that's coming to us. We also have a new version of Pikachu coming. Actually, there should technically be two if my detective skills are correct on this. They're calling this guy Kurta. This is the male version of Pikachu. And how I know that is, I did some digging online, and wouldn't you know it, this guy looks just like... This guy here looks just like the Pokemon in the picture here. So these guys debuted in India during Festival of Lights. Sari and Kurta is what they're wearing. Apparently it's a dress... form of a dress and outfit out there in India. So I look for that to come in some way, shape, or form. You know, again, like I said, we got the 25th anniversary coming around. Pokemon Day is the 27th of February. You know, less than 20 days for that. You know, possibilities are endless with them releasing these different forms of Pikachu. Megas, costumes, Dynamax, Gigantamax, new Dynamax forms we got here: Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Chansey, Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Sableye, Darumaka, Demaritan, and Passiamon. So it looks like all these guys are getting Dynamax forms. So the reason why I said this is cool information to know, even though we don't know when we're going to get it, is, you know, we know it's not coming out right now, right? We know it's not coming out in February, March, question mark, you know. I think they got Orb Beetle, and I know they are releasing Darumaka at the end of February here. So I would look for Demaritan to come out in February, March, beginning of March. You know, so my thing with that is I look for them to do something with Raikou, Entei, and Suicune like they did with the legendary birds. Hopefully they kill that limit in that raid room. But But yeah, but like I was getting ready to say, the nice thing with these guys, knowing that these guys are coming, right? This gives us a chance to start working towards, if these guys are out in the wild, like the Chanseys, the Caterpies, Sableye, you know, if you, Darmakas, if you don't have the candies for these guys, you know, to power them up or do whatever you want to do, if you do Dynamax and Gigantamax, now's the time to, you know, start working on getting those candies, you know. Other Pokemon that's going to be added, Gigantamax, Machamp, Gossiflower, Cecilipede, and Centiskorch. These guys just have 3D models at the time, so, you know, I don't look for them to come anytime soon. My personal pick, if they were going to bring one of these out right now, would be my boy Machamp here. I think it would just follow the line with having Orbeetle out. You know, it being a bug and psychic type, it resists fighting. So they're giving you something that you need to fight Machamp, you know. So maybe we'll get Orbeetle in March, Machamp in April, or something stupid like that. You know, that's just, like I said, that's just my personal opinion on the matter, of how I would like to see it go. But again, you know, knowing these guys are coming as well, you know, especially with Machamp, you know, Machamp is a great Pokemon for just about anything, you know. So if you don't have a good Machamp, you know, you can work on building up those candies, and then bam, you got yourself a good Machamp when you do the Gigantamax raid, and you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. That's what I've kind of been starting to focus on, is these Pokemon that are in the Dynamax and Gigantamax raids, since we can't use them outside of that, you know, if I can get a good one, I'm going to use them as both, you know. So that's the one that I'm working on, would be powering up, would be my Gigantamax, if it's awesome, you know. Last but not least, I think probably the biggest news of the day that everybody's reporting on, Mewtwo Mega X and Y has been added. Sharpedo, Audino, Metagross, and Camerupt. These guys are all loaded in, ready to go. Mewtwo, I look for it to be its own thing. They're going to make a big event out of that. Audino, honestly, I expected Audino to be released over Valentine's Day, personally. But doesn't look like that's happening. But again, it would not be something that I'd waste my time with as a Mega, because I feel like that's the most worthless Pokemon on the planet. But Mega Metagross, I've been waiting for this one. Super pumped about him coming. But like I said, again, this is just something that I, you know, again, wanted to point out. This is the time now to focus on, you know, you got Numel out there now. You know, we got Beldums popping up from time to time. You know, Sharpedo and all them. Like, this is the time that you know, Carvana, this is the time you catch these star Pokemon and start building that candy pool up if you don't have it, you know. So just kind of like make a list of ones that you like, and, you know that they're coming, and really focus on when they start popping them up in the wild, you know, start focusing on getting those candies for those guys. This is the Mega Mewtwo sprites. They both got shiny. Everybody got their shiny sprite. So I look for them to be released as a, you know, you'll get the, you know, have an option to catch a shiny at that. So, but that's all I got today, guys. Like I said, I know everybody's kind of already reported on this. I'm kind of late on the game. Been a busy couple of days. Not to mention, I've been working on building some of the things that you see on the screen. But I wanted to get it out there for everybody who's looking around, and, you know, give my 2 cents on the matter. And I will see you guys on the next video.